Prince Harry is set to return to the UK next month, and there are fresh hopes that the exiled Sussexes may finally reconcile with the royal family 4 years after moving to California. Reilly Sullivan is a reporter here at skynews.com.au, and he's always across the latest developments from the royal family. Reilly, thank you for joining us here on Power Hour once again. You've spoken to a former palace staffer of the King earlier in the week. Can you tell us a bit about what he said and also about the King resuming duties and possibly coming to Australia?
Yeah, so earlier this week I spoke to Grant Harrold, who was King Charles's former butler when he was the Prince of Wales, and he was very positive. He believes that the King is already making movements behind closed doors to slowly resume his royal duties. He also said that if the King is physically well, that he'll definitely be making the trip to Australia. I found it really interesting. He said that the King is really a lot like his mother, Queen Elizabeth. He has that sense of duty, and I think that as long as his health's in a good condition, he's very eager to resume those big international trips.
And I suppose if he was to come to Australia, do you know what events we might be seeing him at?
Yeah, look, I mean, the King does a variety of traditions and events when he comes to Australia, official functions, but also ceremonial things. He can travel to regional places, he can turn a town into a city. There's a lot of special things that the monarch can do when they visit Australia.
And I suppose indications that he will be coming is a good sign that his health may be at least stable or improving.
Yeah, I think when I was on the show last week, I said that, you know, this is really the start of the King's reign. And I think for Charles, he has a lot to achieve. He's in his 70s. A lot of people in their 70s, they're slowing down. They're not looking to start a whole new sort of career in a sense. But no, I think the King has a lot to achieve. He wants to visit all of the Commonwealth realms. He wants to really make an impression.
Now, Prince Harry will be attending the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games, and his wife Meghan will likely be joining him. What do we know about the trip so far?
Look, I reckon this trip could go one of two ways. Firstly, Harry could just come by himself, a quick trip, much like when he came for the coronation of the King, and also more recently when he came to visit his father after the King's cancer diagnosis. Or the other sort of possibility is that they go big, that Meghan comes, Archie and Lilibet come. There's possibly plans for them to stay for a week or even longer. Hopefully, the King could arrange a bit of a mediation with the Prince and Princess of Wales and the Sussexes. So I do think either way, everyone's going to have their eyes on Harry in May.